In today's video, I'll show you how to make the best fluffy donuts. Homemade recipe, really easy, fluffy and delicious. You have to try this recipe. I'm gonna show you step by step how to make them. Okay, we're gonna start with 150 of milk. We're gonna warm it up a little bit because it's straight from the fridge and we can't use it cold. Otherwise, your yeast not gonna work. If you use too hot milk, it's gonna kill your yeast. So it has to be just the right temperature. To this, we're gonna add 15 grams of granulated sugar. This is like a food for yeast. So, yes, we're gonna add 15 grams. This we're gonna add 10 grams of fresh yeast. Okay, now we're gonna mix it and we're gonna do for 10-15 minutes until the yeast gonna work. You know our yeast is working when it's foamy like this after 15 minutes. If it's not, wait a little bit longer. But that's a sign of the yeast working. Only then we can add 2 medium eggs. This we're gonna add 2 medium eggs. We're gonna add this creaminess to our donuts. Now we're gonna measure 400 grams of bread flour. Bread flour is much better than all-purpose flour in the donuts. It will give us this nice texture. To the flour, we're gonna add 15 grams of granulated sugar and half of a teaspoon of table salt. Now, important part is to stir and mix all the ingredients very well. Okay, now our dry ingredients we're gonna add to our wet ingredients. We're gonna mix this in a mixer with the end for a bread dough for 5 minutes. So this is how our dough looks like, and what we're going to be doing now, it's slowly adding a bit of butter, room temperature, 40 grams, 1 piece at a time, and we're going to be mixing for 15 minutes, 15. Okay, 15 minutes, it was mixing, I mix our dough, and if you're doing it by hand, it's going to take double the time, obviously, but you can see how elastic it is, it's perfection. Now we're gonna cover and leave the dough for 1 hour in one place. And remember guys, if you're doing this by hand, you do not want to be tempted to add more flour because that's gonna make donuts more hard and they're not gonna be as fluffy. So it's important, don't be tempted. As you can see in here, the dough has grown. What we're going to do now is just roll it and shape our donuts. This is how you can recognize the good structure of our dough. Donuts, I highly recommend to buy one of those. You can buy them anywhere, basically they're pretty cheap, and they're gonna make your donuts look more professional and even, which is important, so they're gonna have the same shape and size. Now we're just gonna cut the donuts with obviously a shaper. Okay, now with the help of this, it will be easy to just basically move them to here. I'm gonna cover it with a cloth and leave it for another hour. You can see in here the shape is perfect if you're using a cutter for donuts like from the shop, so it's perfection. They should double in size, as you can see in here they should grow, and we can bake them, fry them. We're going to be frying them for about 2 minutes on each side until golden brown, but make sure you got enough oil. The secret is you need to have a lot of oil so your donuts won't touch the bottom. If they will touch the bottom because there's not enough oil, they're gonna burn. If you don't have a thermometer, you can use a little dough, throw it in and see if it's frying up. It means the oil is ready and it's got right temperature. We need some paper when we take them out, so to get rid of excess oil. The best is to fry 3 at a time, no more than that, because we need to have space between them. You have to cover them with sugar while they are still warm. And this is how a donut looks like. Nice, and the donuts are nice and airy, very fluffy.